Well, that South African cricket is in a state of turmoil, I think, is a common cause. And I'm just looking at a statement now from former England captain Nasser Hussain, who's encouraged England, they're about to come to South Africa, to capitalise on the Proteas, what he terms vulnerable state. So just how vulnerable is the association at the moment, Cricket South Africa, and the state of cricket in this country? Tony Irish is with us, who represents players in South Africa. Tony Irish, good evening to you. I'm going to suggest to you that this issue is a lot more than just stopping the accreditation of journalists in this country. It would seem to those on the outside that CSA is completely crippled. What's your assessment?
Good evening, Jeremy. Yes, you know, this has been an ongoing saga for probably a year, maybe over a year, of issues in the game, ranging from financial issues to restructuring issues to structures around the team. The silencing them, or the attempt to silence journalists recently this week, is just the latest issue that's caused a lot of controversy. There are a number of issues that are pretty serious that are happening at the moment.
So how does the sport find itself in this parlous position? There's a sense that the chief executive, that the president, are becoming erratic and possibly even desperate. What again? How are you reading this?
Yeah, I think. If you've been following what's happening, a lot of this is about the leadership in the game. There are, and it's not just us as the Players Association that have been asking the questions and shining a light on these things. It's various people and a lot of concerns coming from various quarters.
So you represent something in the region of 350 players, I understand. Privately, what are they telling you? Are they giving up?
No, the players are always going to give 100%, whether they're playing for their franchise or their province, or whether they're playing for the Proteas. But it's very important, Jeremy, when you compete in a professional sport and you're at the highest level of the game, that you have the right structures around you, that the business of the game is healthy. The 300 players that we represent as the Players Association need to know that the game is healthy and sustainable, because their careers depend on that. And it's these issues around the business of the game and how that's being handled that are a major concern.
Would it be your belief, would it be your suggestion that there needs to be a wholesale clearing out at the top of the sport then?
Well, I mean, that's a view taken by a lot of people at the moment. It's not for us to tell Cricket South Africa that they need to clear everyone out. There are some good people involved. But certainly they have to take a very critical look at their leadership. There is a board meeting on Saturday, and if I think they need to look at what's actually going on and take account, be accountable for it.
Surely it is for you to say that, though, that you represent the best interests of the players. I'm sensing a lot of exasperation as far as you're concerned. Enough is enough. Why don't you simply call for them to go?
Yeah, I think that's, we certainly don't personalize it to particular individuals. But, yes, I think it's pretty obvious that the leadership needs to be reviewed, and if that means that a lot of individuals involved need to fall on their swords or to go, then, and that's in the interest of the game, then that's what needs to happen.
As a representative of the players, though, surely you have a fiduciary duty to say something. CSA is losing millions annually. You've just said that to me. There's a projection of a 654 million rand loss over the next 4 years. Surely, Tony Irish, this could impact on the revenue earning potential of your members.
Yes, absolutely, Jeremy. And this is the reason why we've been taking up these issues. We've been asking the hard questions. We've been asking for information. We've been expressing our concerns. At the end of the day, we as the Players Association don't run the game. The Cricket South Africa runs the game. It's up to us to hold them accountable, especially in areas which are clearly going to affect the players and the game down the line.
And then the mind games start. Nasser Hussain, former England captain, as I've just mentioned, encouraging the players soon to arrive on our shores to capitalise on the Proteas and, I quote, vulnerable state. Again, we're starting on the back foot before they've even arrived.
Yes, well, as I said, the players are going to give 100% on the field, and we have a very talented and good Proteas team. But when you're competing at the highest level against the best teams in the world, you need good support structures around you, and this is where the problem actually lies at the moment. You start on the back foot if those are not in place.
All right, Tony Irish from the South African Players Association, appreciate you joining us on the channel.